Extinction lists, habitat loss, a planet in crisis. I get it, it's heavy. But what if I told you the headlines are missing the biggest story? For years, one of the most magnificent cats on Earth, a ghost in the forests of Europe, was virtually gone. Its numbers were down to barely 100 individuals. Everyone was ready to write the obituary for the Iberian Lynx. But in this video, we're not talking about its tragic end. We're talking about a comeback so massive, it shattered 2 decades of gloomy predictions. In fact, one animal, a tiny shelled hero, is proving that even the most fragile species can stage a 100,000 hatchling-strong resurgence. Stick around, because the story of how that happened and the shocking amount of resources that made it possible is the antidote you need for nature despair. Let's dive into the effort. To save the Iberian Lynx, conservationists didn't just put up a fence and hope for the best. We're talking about millions of dollars, cross-border cooperation between Spain and Portugal, and dedicated teams on the ground for over 20 years. They poured money into captive breeding programs, and then came the terrifying task: reintroduction. Releasing these rare cats back into the wild, hoping they'd survive. It was a massive, risky gamble, and guess what? It paid off. The Iberian lynx population has officially been reclassified, moving from endangered to just vulnerable. That's not a small step, that's a massive biological win. This beautiful cat isn't just surviving, it's thriving. It's proof that consistent, long-term, deep investment works. Now let us talk about a species that swims across oceans and returns to the same sandy beach year after year: sea turtles. Specifically, the endangered hawksbill and green sea turtles in São Tomé, West Africa. The problem wasn't just illegal poaching, it was a desperate lack of alternatives for local fishing communities. Conservationists realized they couldn't just ban the trade, they had to replace it. So, what was the effort here? The local team, Programa Tato, didn't just patrol the beaches. They worked with former turtle harvesters, retraining them. They helped women start 13 new micro-businesses, from artisanal fish preserves to tailoring ateliers. It was a conservation effort that doubled as an economic uplift. And the results? They monitored over 100 nests in one season and helped release over 100,000 hatchlings. That's the power of putting people first to save the animals. It takes massive, tireless community effort, and this team showed up. These aren't isolated incidents. A major review of over 67,000 animal species confirmed it. Targeted conservation works. Species like the giant panda, the European bison, and the black rhino in Kenya are all seeing populations rebound. Because passionate people put in the time, the science, and the money. Kenya's black rhino population has surpassed 1,000 for the first time since the 1980s. Every time you hear a bad news story, remember the Iberian lynx. A ghost that is now a comeback king. Remember the hawksbill turtle, a fragile hatchling that represents 100,000 reasons to have hope. Saving the planet isn't a lost cause, it's a series of massive hard-fought victories. It takes decades, dedication, and incredible resources, but the results are right here. If you want to support this work, hit that subscribe button to keep up with the stories of the heroes, the animals, and the humans making it happen. Which one of these comeback stories inspires you the most? Let me know in the comments below.